Welcome, agriculture enthusiasts and curious minds, to another exciting exploration of modern farming technology. Today, we're diving deep into the world of large-scale cabbage harvesting. Did you know that cabbage has been cultivated for over 4,000 years? Originally domesticated in Europe, it's now a global crop with an annual production exceeding 70 million tons worldwide. China leads the pack, producing nearly half of the world's cabbage, followed by India and Russia. Cabbage, a nutritional powerhouse packed with vitamins C and K, fiber, and antioxidants. It's known for its potential health benefits, including improved digestion and reduced inflammation. From sauerkraut to kimchi, coleslaw to stuffed cabbage rolls, this versatile vegetable has found its way into cuisines across the globe. Now, let's get to the heart of our video: the incredible technology behind large-scale cabbage harvesting. Let's dive in. There are two prominent types of cabbage: green cabbage and purple cabbage. Green cabbage is the most common variety, usually with light green or dark green leaves. Red cabbage, also known as purple cabbage, is a striking variant of its green counterpart, immediately recognizable by its deep, jewel-toned hue. The heads of red cabbage closely resemble green cabbage in shape and size, forming compact, rounded globes. However, its leaves range from deep purple to reddish purple, often with white veins running throughout. This vibrant coloration is due to the presence of anthocyanin pigments, which not only give red cabbage its distinctive appearance, but also contribute to its high antioxidant content. The intensity of the color can vary depending on the soil's pH level, where it's grown, with more acidic soils producing a deeper purple hue. The process of creating large-scale cabbage fields begins with these tiny seeds. The automatic seeding machine saves time and effort in the seedling process. It uses automated punching heads to create holes in each cell of a tray. Once the holes are made, the machine switches to seeding, dropping one seed into each hole. Once the seeds germinate, the seedlings are carefully nurtured in a greenhouse or tunnel house, where temperature and light are tightly controlled. Water must always be provided adequately. When cabbage seedlings reach a specific size, typically between 4 to 6 weeks old, they are ready to be transplanted into the larger field. This process is efficiently carried out using automated transplanting machines, which can plant seedlings at impressive speeds. Depending on the model and conditions, these machines can transplant between 2,000 to 6,000 seedlings per hour, greatly surpassing manual planting rates. For large cabbage fields like this, farmers utilize a specialized vehicle equipped with a long arm that features multiple nozzles. This innovative irrigation system allows for efficient and even watering over a wide area of land. As the vehicle moves through the field, the nozzles spray water in a consistent pattern. Cabbage usually takes about 70 to 100 days to grow, depending on the type and weather. It is ready to harvest when the head is 15 to 30 centimeters wide, feels firm when squeezed, and has darker green leaves. On traditional cabbage farms, the harvesting of cabbage is still predominantly done by hand, a practice that has been passed down through generations. Once the ripe cabbages are identified, farmers use sharp knives or specialized harvesting tools to cut the cabbages close to the base. After cutting, farmers carefully remove the outer leaves of the cabbage heads, which helps protect the inner leaves and enhances the overall appearance of the cabbage for market. In the trend of modernizing and automating agriculture, the cabbage harvesting machine has emerged as an advanced solution, providing high efficiency for farmers. The machine moves along the cabbage rows, while sensors automatically detect the position of each cabbage. Thanks to this advanced sensor technology, the machine can pinpoint the exact location of each plant, ensuring that no cabbages are missed during the harvest. Once the position is determined, the cutting system automatically slices the cabbage's base. After the cabbage is cut, it is placed on a conveyor belt and transported to a storage bin swiftly and safely. The conveyor system works continuously, transferring the cabbage from the cutting area to the storage bin without interruption. When the storage bin is full, the machine automatically stops, allowing the operator to unload the cabbages before resuming the harvest. This advanced two-row machine efficiently harvests cabbages and places them into cubic boxes with great care. Its operation is highly sophisticated, starting with rotating torpedoes that gather the crop, which is planted in rows spaced 75 centimeters apart. Two saw blades slice the cabbage as it is lifted from the ground, after which it is securely clamped between two belts. These belts then transport the cabbage upward. The final touches, which previously required 10 workers, are now done by just 2 people, dramatically reducing labor. The machine is equipped with an ingenious system to ensure the cabbage is placed gently into the boxes. Sensors detect the belt's position and relay information to the driver, allowing them to adjust the machine's speed accordingly. The entire process is automated, with the cabbage carefully lowered into the box. Each box is mounted on a tilting yoke, which allows it to be tilted at a 90-degree angle for easier handling. To protect the soil, large, low-pressure tires prevent deep rooting and reduce the risk of soil compaction. On a long workday, this machine can harvest up to 200 boxes of cabbage, significantly outperforming the manual method, which yields a maximum of 90 boxes per day. Additionally, the machine requires only 3 drivers and 2 people on the harvester, whereas the traditional method requires 11 workers. After being carefully cut from the field, the cabbages are loaded onto transportation vehicles and must be delivered to the processing facility within 24 hours to maintain optimal freshness. Upon arrival at the processing facility, the cabbages undergo a random quality inspection to evaluate key parameters such as size, color, firmness, and any signs of disease or pest damage. The acceptable quality standard is high, with around 95% of the cabbage typically meeting the required benchmarks. Any cabbage that fails to meet the criteria is either discarded or sent for alternative processing methods, ensuring that only the highest quality produce continues along the production line. The next step is removing any damaged or discolored outer leaves, which could negatively impact the appearance and quality of the final product. This trimming process typically results in a reduction of 10 to 15% of the cabbage's original weight. After that, the cabbage is packaged and transported to distribution centers. Depending on the final product, the cabbage may be cut into various shapes and sizes, such as slices, shreds, or cubes. To meet the production demands for chopped cabbage products, an important step in the process is removing the stem. The cabbage is transferred to the automatic machine via conveyor belt or manually placed onto the feeding system by workers. The machine is designed to handle a variety of sizes and shapes of cabbage. It uses high-tech sensors or cameras to accurately identify the position of the cabbage stem. This system is programmed to recognize the characteristics of each cabbage, adjusting the cutting process accordingly. Once the stem's position is identified, the machine uses precise blades to remove it. After the stem has been removed, the cabbage continues moving on the conveyor belt to the next stage, which is usually chopping or further processing. Industrial cutting machines, capable of processing between 1,000 and 3,000 kilograms of cabbage per hour, are used to achieve uniform cuts. For instance, when preparing cabbage for coleslaw, the typical slice thickness is 1/8 inch, approximately 3 millimeters. The cabbage is thoroughly washed using cold water, typically around 4 degrees Celsius. This cold rinse not only cleans off residual dirt, but also helps cool the cabbage, enhancing its freshness. To ensure food safety, the cabbage is also disinfected in a chlorine solution, typically at a concentration of 100 to 200 ppm, for 2 to 3 minutes. This disinfection process is vital for killing any harmful microorganisms and ensuring that the cabbage is safe for consumption, especially in ready-to-eat products like coleslaw or fresh salads. For cut cabbage, the packaging is often done in a modified atmosphere packaging, or MAP system. In this system, the oxygen level is reduced to 5 to 10%, and the carbon dioxide level is also maintained at 5 to 10%. This modified environment helps extend the shelf life of the product, allowing cut cabbage to remain fresh for up to 14 days. For the production of the famous pickled cabbage, such as sauerkraut, once the cabbage has been cut, it undergoes a meticulous process of seasoning and fermentation. The cabbage is mixed with a precise amount of salt, typically around 2 to 3% of its weight. This salt not only helps to preserve the cabbage, but also draws out its moisture, creating the brine necessary for fermentation. Once fermentation is complete, The pickled cabbage is packed into sterilized glass jars for preservation. The jars are sealed tightly to maintain freshness and extend shelf life. The final product can be stored for months, and the longer it ferments, the richer and more complex the flavor becomes. That's it for a look at cabbage harvesting. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content about agriculture and food production. We'd love to hear your thoughts. What surprised you most about cabbage harvesting? Let us know in the comments.